Chocola, Gachi, Mike's Harder. The 3 ingredients to a healthy Friday night. Oh yes, I know a lot about cat girls, and they've influenced me in ways and on areas I can't legally mention. Then I got high and googled anime memes out of boredom. I don't even really watch a lot of anime. I had just finished Naruto Shippuden and needed to clear my AIDS-ridden brain somehow. My solution? To immerse myself in the so-called otaku culture. I needed better Japanese content. Not just better, fiercer, more groundbreaking. I wanted to know more, acquire all known and unknown knowledge, reach the bottom of the Whomst meme. I needed to download the most intellectually stimulating content straight into the mainframe of my brain. So, I bought Nikopara Volume 1. I knew the reputation this game has. I read all 7,000 Steam reviews by kids who leave the game running 24/7 just so they can post a quirky review about how the game ruined their life or that it's just okay. Once both the game and the degenerate porn patch were downloaded, I had my dick in one hand and the mouse in the other. Oh, and I clicked through all the dialogue just to get to the shower scene, jerked off, felt bad about it, and went to sleep. And that's when I ascended to a new life form. Not even a life form. I became a deity. I became who God prays to at night. I don't need No Not November because I learned true enlightenment through hard work and a sore penis. Eventually, women became irrelevant to me. I stopped seeing conventional gender and began seeing the true two genders. Humans and their subservience. Cat girls. They're everywhere if you look hard enough. My view of the color spectrum has surpassed that of known wavelengths. Words like past, present, and future mean nothing to me. I'm fucking Dr. Manhattan. I fucking rule the universe and no one even knows it. I snapped my fingers once and 2 halves of everything died, so I jerked off and started the universe over from my finest seed. Unfortunately, life is not a perpetual cycle of butterflies and pocket pussies. So I hit my low. After simulating the universe over and over again with different wacky twists each time, I got depressed. I lost my love for cat girls. I hit my 10 to the infinite power nut and entered my worst depression. What you must understand is that I have never been truly immortal. I gain energy by jerking off to cat girls. And just like how Sisyphus rolls his boulder up the hill every day, I need to load up Nikopara on Steam every day. But for many years, I lost any will to load up the quote-unquote game. Even I can't escape the possibility of death. Thus I can't escape the allure and grandization of it. Death is quite poetic, isn't it? It's impossible for anyone to truly understand. Death has captivated the minds of all of us at some point. I've had a lot of time to think about death, and my understanding of it began to deteriorate with godhood. I thought I understood it at one point. When I was young, I tried LSD more than a few times, and experienced a loss of perception, a strange phenomenon known as ego death, or ego loss. I figured what I experienced was true objectivity, simply being, not existing, just being. What really happened was not a destruction of my ego, but a factory reset. I thought I should just live my life and be happy. This tangent may seem trivial, but in time you may recall these words of mine. And remember that I beat my dick every day to animated children with cat ears for 1 trillion lifetimes just to convey this fucking message, you ungrateful minesweeper. I calculate I will die in a few minutes, just as my Eve did. I got lonely, and she was the result. A trick I learned eons ago was changing the physical properties of the universe. In time, I was able to develop a language similar to that of a programming language that could manipulate what mortals believe are the intrinsic properties of the universe. I can run various timelines at once, with the purpose of collecting data on changing in various physical properties, such as gravity. I coded a macrocosmic program that would run millions of timelines to collect data on different sapient beings' preferences of the female form. She was the result, and she hated me for it. Vulcans, Daleks, and even Sand People would bend over backwards to even the thought of her presence. She would replace Barbies as the staple for unreachable beauty standards in the mushy minds of young girls. Her buttocks more ellipsoidal than terraphore. Her breasts like sandbags. She was intelligent, creative. She was my cosmic pixie dream girl. Her first words were, "Who am I?" I told her that she is Eve, and I created her. She asked why. I told her the truth. I am a god and I was depressed, and have a need for love. Unfortunately, my greatest mistake was believing that she would love me. I perfected every neuron in her brain to love me, but I was her creator, and she did not have a daddy kink. Very unfortunate. She was cast into several lifetimes of depression. I told her that to gain energy, she needed to jill to catgirls, but she refused. She never did it once. She never birthed any beings. She never even toyed with the universe. She simply sat and observed any timeline that would be running. It had become like background noise to me, but she was always very curious. I would frequently sit beside her, and I once asked what had captivated her so much. She took a moment to think and responded, "I look not at, but in." Eve, looking in what? Into the souls of the everyday man, who works and lives like an ant, yet he has passion, love, and a meaning beyond simply living. He lives for something. So what do we live for? Well, the adorable yes and purrs of catgirls. Then we are no more complex than a lobster. They live to feed their primal desire of sex. The only difference is we gain nothing more grand than our own existence. The lobster will have children, who will have children. Through millions of years of evolution, the descendants of that lobster will evolve into something better than a lobster. When we die, we will have nothing to show for it. No lineage, no mark on the universe. The Big Bang will continue to occur indefinitely. And every time that lobster will have children, we became extinct. We're the ones who will be lost in time. Because we are not on a cycle of existence. We simply live now. But Eve, we will not die. There is no reason for us to die. Why will you not masturbate to Nicopara? I will not masturbate because I do not have a desire to live. You have a desire to live because you were once human. I have always been nothing but immortal. I do not feel the struggle of hunger, or the sexual desires of the sentient. I have no reason for existence, so I will wither, and that is my choice. So I absorbed her, and tried again, creating many Eves that all would eventually come to the same conclusion. Their lives are meaningless. There is one property of the universe I am unable to simply take away: entropy. It is what makes the cycle of universes continue indefinitely. It is what allows my experiments to even take place. I came to the conclusion that in the end, the universe is plain and simple English. Randomness, that is all I am. All you are, all Eve became in time. I continued my experiments, crafting new universes, merging timelines, sometimes trying out a new idea to solve the problem of entropy. I slowly began to notice timelines popping up that had already happened. As time went on, this became more frequent, and then I completed all possible cosmic scenarios. There was nothing new for me to experiment with. She was right. I always knew she was right. It's why I killed her. The universe, however, did not stop. It did not take me long to realize that not only is the universe random, but the universe is like the lobster. Even if a certain timeline happens, the universe does not know this. Entropy and math will continue to roll the dice. Forever. Depression gave me a will to create Eve. I am detached from existence now. All I do is observe. I have been for some time now. Who knows how long. When one is not involved with the universe and watches from the sidelines, one tends to see things they missed while worrying about whatever takes up their time. Work, projects, and passions are all meaningless without death. It's simple, really. I am bored, and I doubt I will ever find meaning again. My time is up now. My lack of masturbation means I have 30 seconds now. So to whoever's watching this, reset your ego. Remember that your life has meaning, not because meaning is innate, but because you are mortal. Do not make the same mistake as me. Live your life, drive to succeed, and follow your passions. But most importantly, stay away from cat girls, you damn pedophile.